Alright all, and welcome to Standing Room Only. And this week we're coming to you from sunny Manchester, birthplace of the cradle of the Industrial Revolution and a certain well-known football club. But where once was cotton, coal and civic grandeur, now read microchips, computers and leisure services. Talking of which, your very own Standing Room Only is based right here. So now, let's have a leisurely look at what's going on in tonight's footballing hot pot. Video power, how football games have captured the imagination of fans and players.
In real football, you don't get the chance to headbutt the ref. This you do.
World Cup fever reaches America. Why the Puerto Ricans are hot under the collar.
You could be a Polish American and play, and you have an American passport and play for Puerto Rico.
German marksman Jurgen Klinsmann fires a volley at the paparazzi.
Some of them, they never played soccer, but they talk too much. It's not only sport anymore, you know. It became a big business.
And comedy shorts with Rob and Dave.
Middlesbrough will play a rabbit.
If you ever come to Manchester, you're sure to end up here in Chinatown, because the city has the largest Chinese community outside of London. And maybe one day, somebody from this community will end up playing for England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, or even China. But if they claimed eligibility for the USA, there may be a few eyebrows raised at FIFA. Well, at the moment in New York, there's a bunch of Americans caught in the middle of exactly that kind of row. They all play for the Puerto Rican national side. The problem is, hardly any of them were actually born there, or even have family from there. The Big Apple. Big buildings, big business, big cars, and a big, big mixture of cultures and races. Only in New York will you find people from all corners of the world living in communities which retain the roots of the countries they left behind in search of the American dream. Right now, in the Puerto Rican community, is a team of footballers trying to realise just such a dream, reaching the 1994 World Cup finals. However, some Puerto Ricans and a certain section of the press believe that the team is taking liberties.
I think my country should use their own people in the games. That way, if we win something, we win it ourselves. And I think it's very wrong for Americans to stay on the team.
Yo pienso que el equipo de Puerto Rico de fútbol soccer debe estar formado por jugadores solamente de Puerto Rico y no por jugadores de Nueva York. Porque una selección debe ser formada por jugadores de su real país, no de otro país.
Under no circumstances I will accept any players from foreign countries to represent Puerto Rico.
Of the 14 members of the squad who beat the Dominican Republic, 9 have no connection with Puerto Rico by heritage or residency.
Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. There is no Puerto Rican passport, so as long as you have an American passport, which is what Puerto Ricans have, you can play for Puerto Rico. You could be a Polish American and you have an American passport and play for Puerto Rico. So in effect, it's as if the USA is fielding 2 World Cup teams, and that's the controversy.
Earlier this year, the Puerto Rican national team eliminated the Dominican Republic over 2 legs in the very first tie of the World Cup. But the match didn't go off without incident.
Basically, the main trouble was from the Olympic Committee, the Puerto Rican Olympic Committee, which told the federation, the Puerto Rican Soccer Federation, that we were illegal players, and that's where the whole commotion started.
I'm Puerto Rican, and that I read these things in the paper, that I'm a traitor, or the president of the federation's a traitor because we brought players from outside.
The trouble all started last year, when the Puerto Ricans decided to sack their manager after he failed to win any of the 12 matches he was in charge of. However, the Puerto Rican-born players rebelled against the decision and refused to play in protest of his sacking. So, the new manager, Arnie Ramirez, said, "You don't want to play? You won't play." He dropped 15 of the squad and replaced them with New York-based players.
I thought maybe my career might be dying down, and boom, I get the biggest break of my life. Maybe once, twice in your life, you get a chance to play for your country. How could a bunch of players be so silly as to just take that chance away from themselves over some controversy of a coach.
Because Puerto Rico is a poor third world country, most of the sports are sponsored by the state, and the Olympic Committee hold the purse strings. Bowing to public pressure, they withdrew funding from the so-called mercenaries of the Puerto Rican Football Federation and the then US-based squad.
Klinsmann! Brilliant goal! Football. Takes by Winter. Klinsmann! What a goal! Germans off the bench. Klinsmann jumps. He's third in the World Cup.
Maybe it was the goal when I was still playing for Stuttgart against Bayern Munich. We won 3-0 and I scored a really good goal. It was an overhead kick. It was nice. I think one possibility would be just playing until a decision goal, like when the result is 1-1 or 2-2, just going on, playing until the next goal. That would be very interesting, I think.
Would you want to be Chris Waddle now, or even Stuart Pearce? And England are out of the World Cup. West Germany are through to the final on penalty kicks.
Favorite players, maybe it was Beckenbauer, it was also Pelé, great players, but I think really the best one, the best soccer player, I think it was Maradona, because he was not just a soccer player, he was kind of an artist in the field. There are a couple of really important things outside of soccer. I mean, this was one of the reasons I went to Italy. I wanted to know a new mentality. I wanted to know a new way of life and to speak a new language. And now I'm almost 3 years here in Italy, and I learned really a lot of things, and this is really important. I mean, this is more important because you keep it still in your mind also a couple of years after your career. You don't think about your goals, maybe you scored in your pastime, but you always think about the positive things, like you can talk another language, you can understand another mentality. Journalists, you know, they talk, some of them, they never played soccer, but they talk too much. It's not only sport anymore, you know, it became a big business, we know that, but sometimes it's not easy, you know, to have a good relationship with some people. The Germans, they are ambitious, everybody knows it. And this aspect you can see also in the field. You know, we have the mentality, we have a lot of confidence of ourselves. You know, we go in the field and we are convinced of ourselves and we want to win.
Good ball. Bremer. 3 waiting in the centre. Klinsmann! Brilliant goal! 2-0 West Germany. Jurgen Klinsmann